So I think we can all agree, Yujiro Hanma vs Baki Hanma is probably the craziest father-son rivalry in anime history. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about their fight. So Yujiro brought his son out for dinner and Baki was like, yo, this food is fire. And then he asked Yujiro about his mother, which made Yujiro really mad. And Baki held Yujiro by the collar. And Baki told Yujiro he knows what will happen if he doesn't answer. And Yujiro spun this brother Baki into a chair like a Beyblade. And then he told Baki to stand up, just to spank this man Baki outside of a window. Yujiro held Baki's hand, and when he was going to smack it, Baki did the worst thing you can do as a child. He dodged the whooping. Yujiro said, "You dare?" Then he threw Baki through a whole wall. He said, "My son is being a very bad boy right now and he will be punished." The normal person would be like, oh, he's going to get the belt, or oh, he's going to take his little game away. No, not in this series. Yujiro rock bottomed Baki into a whole car. And when Yujiro went to help Baki up, Baki threw a good slap, but it was described as slapping a boulder. And if you're slapping a boulder, I don't think you're doing much. So it just made Yujiro even more mad. And Yujiro smacked the life out of Baki. Yujiro said, "Did you forget who I am or who you are? To do something as stupid as a sneak attack against me, Yujiro Hanma?" And Yujiro gave Baki the hardest pinch on the cheek in history. And then Yujiro threw Baki by his cheek. And Baki, after getting back up, kicked his shoes, launching them at Yujiro. Baki thought he could just kick Yujiro, but Yujiro dodged it and said, "Man, it seems some kids just don't listen." And then he smacked the fuck out of Baki's back. And after Baki got through the pain, he tried to hit Yujiro with the same hit, but Yujiro popped up looking like this. This face is terrifying. What happened was Yujiro dispersed the pain from the attack across his entire body. Baki threw another punch, but he got smacked straight into the wall. Yujiro was like, "Hey bro, show me your true power, man. Show me you stand on business."
What type of nigga stand on business, nigga? One man arm against 50, nigga.
So Baki did this cockroach move, which Yujiro stopped, but Baki hit Yujiro through a couple of walls. Yujiro was like, "Damn, where'd you learn this from? I wasn't there to teach you. I was getting the milk." Then Yujiro suplexed Baki outside of the building. And this is when it was revealed there was a giant mob of people cheering for Yujiro. This man really is clouded. Yujiro was like, "There's no way this is happening," and he actually wanted to go home. But Baki started disrespecting Yujiro. Baki said, "To see a monster like you crash and burn in front of so many people, today will embarrass the shit out of you, won't it? Do you really think I'll miss a chance after all the bullshit you have me going through?" Baki threw a kick at Yujiro, and Yujiro just stood still, motionless, taking these kicks. And then he clocked the fuck out of Baki, sent him flying into the crowd. It was looking like Hardy's Die Lit album cover. Baki tried to get up again, but kept getting his shit rocked. Baki was bleeding bad. I mean bad. Just look at that. It even made me forget for a second. Baki got that dog in him. Baki just wiped his face off and got back up. Baki said, "Down for the count? Get real," and threw an attack at Yujiro. Yujiro just dipped behind Baki, dodging the attack completely. But that didn't stop Baki, and Baki was throwing attacks at Yujiro so fast, the crowd couldn't even see what was going on. Then Baki got into this stance that was identical to a triceratops. Yujiro was mad surprised. He said, "What the hell? That's a spirit?" And Yujiro was obviously putting up a fight, but he eventually got rammed through a car. And the weight behind Baki's attack far exceeded 100 kilos. Yujiro even admitted he was impressed. Then Yujiro finally did it. He activated his demon back, and Baki actually hit Yujiro with a good attack and almost knocked Yujiro out. But Yujiro caught himself right before he touched the ground. Yujiro was like, "When was the last time I was out?" And Yujiro actually praised Baki, which made Baki angry. And it ends up Yujiro was such a shitty dad to Baki. Baki never felt the feeling of being praised by his parents, so it felt weird to him. Yujiro then went to pat Baki's head, but Baki weaved that shit. And he told Yujiro to stop this good guy act. We're not here for that. And he's not lying. We're not here for that. We're here for Yujiro to be on demon time. And Yujiro snuck behind Baki, saying he would pat Baki on the head. And Baki tried to fight back, but Yujiro put his big ass forearm on Baki's head and picked him up. Yujiro even said, "Let me take care of this for you," and wiped Baki's blood off of his face. Yujiro then licked his finger after having Baki's blood on it. Nasty ass motherfucker. I know his breath stinks. And Yujiro just spun Baki like a Beyblade yet again. And then Yujiro gut checked the fuck out of Baki with a kick to the stomach. And Baki was left lying on the ground holding his stomach. And Yujiro said, "To think I praised you, you useless bastard." And the old man himself, Pickle, popped up behind Yujiro, and Baki came out of nowhere and clocked Pickle. Baki even knocked some of Pickle's teeth out, and at first Pickle was offended and mad, but when Baki got mad, Pickle backed away, and he sat down to watch the fight like the rest of us. Yujiro went for a kick, but Baki actually dodged it, and Baki said, if you could have beat me with that, you would have done it already. And Yujiro punched Baki in the face, but Baki used this as a chance to kick Yujiro and take him down. And Baki started talking shit, asking Yujiro if he has any words that can get him out of this position. And Dappo was like, oh, that's a bad decision to disrespect Yujiro. He doesn't tolerate that. And Yujiro stuck his arm up and threw it through the concrete ground. And then Yujiro did a spin, turning his arm through the ground as he spun and launched Baki off of him. Yujiro then hit Baki into the air, which made him land on a car. Then he punched Baki into the car, knocking him down. But after Baki got knocked down, it finally happened. Baki activated his demon back. And also, Baki's grandpa, Yujiro Hanma's soul popped up. Yujiro is straight disrespecting Yujiro, saying he's fighting against a child, yet he's having so much trouble. And Yujiro even told Baki to make sure he won the fight. Brother literally did a disrespect drive-by. He pulled up, disrespected Yujiro, and dipped out. And Yujiro decided to show Baki Yuichiro's technique. This technique was called dress, and it actually helped Yuichiro defeat America. And in this technique, you pick somebody up and you literally swing them around like nunchucks so fast it looks like you have a dress on. And Yujiro decided to use this technique on Baki. And it was said that all the places that had a hole worked as a way for blood to come out. I mean, that just sounds crazy. Yujiro said, Baki, you claim to be a Hanma, so don't die. And then he slammed Baki into a car. I feel bad for these civilians, man. That's like 5 cars destroyed in this fight alone. And while Baki was defending himself, he made a little puppet and gave it to Yujiro, which pissed him off. And after this, Baki was low-key comboing Yujiro. He got a clean punch on Yujiro's face. And after all these nut checks Yujiro did, it finally happened to him. And Baki followed that up with an uppercut. I've never seen Yujiro's face look like that. Baki even countered Yujiro by kicking him in the knee. Yujiro said Baki has grown up well, then he jumped up. Baki then locked in and hit Yujiro in the stomach. Baki also promised Yujiro this fight would not be boring. Then Baki's girlfriend showed up and Yujiro said, should I devour you as well? She was like, why would you say that I wouldn't be able to defend myself? And Yujiro was just hyping her up, and he even thanked her for supporting his son. At this point, she's got more love from Yujiro than Baki. And right after this, Baki and Yujiro were just going blow for blow. That was until Baki hopped onto Yujiro's shoulders, and if you thought it was all sunshine and flowers, you would be wrong. Baki hopped off and suplexed Yujiro. I'll tell you what, Baki had me for a second. I thought they were gonna have a good fatherly son moment, but they just got straight back to boxing, and Jack was sitting home like, that should be me. Even Obama was watching the fight, and when his wife came in the room, she said, are you watching the World Cup? And then Obama made this face and said, don't mess with me. Let me find out Obama's low-key a Yujiro Hanma stan on Twitter. Yujiro then hugged Baki, or that's what I thought, until it was revealed that's the same move he used to break Baki's mother's back, which instantly killed her. Baki was bleeding under his skin throughout his entire body. Yujiro said, this is enough. And then while Baki was down, his spirit thing kicked Yujiro in the head. And then after Baki got back up, him and Yujiro sat down to eat some imaginary food. And Baki flipped the imaginary table. The people in the crowd declared Baki the strongest creature alive. And Baki knew he had still lost. But the greatest father-son quarrel in anime history has now ended. And Baki is now the strongest creature alive. But that's going to be all for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, you can leave a like and subscribe to support me. It helps me out way more than you may think, and it's free on your end. Also, if you'd like to chat with the community, show off your art, self-promo, anything like that, then you can join the Discord in the description box below. Also, let me know what you think of this fight in the comment section below. But that's going to be all. Bye.